Welcome to the 8th grade Clusters and Programs of Study using Matchmaker video lesson overview. This is where we're really going to be focusing in on showing students how to look at the programs of study based off of identified clusters that might be of interest based off of them taking the Matchmaker. So this is all the stuff that we've been doing leading up to this point, really helping guide us through being able to start to make some decisions as we're thinking about high school. So when I open up the lesson plan, I can see that I can identify potential career clusters of interest based on my Matchmaker results. So I've got my lesson plan, my presentation, and the student outcome is that they can identify the career cluster matches and then their corresponding programs of study based off of their best Matchmaker results. So it's a lot, so let's take a look at what that means. So they're going to be going in, so we're talking about the ACP process in general, and talking about how this is going to relate to their future course selections in high school. And then you can ask for some volunteers to kind of share some of the responses to these questions. You know, what are you excited about taking in high school? Some exciting career clusters to you, and then what are you currently doing to prepare for high school? So ask them to share out, or they could think quietly. I mean, really, you know your group best, so whatever you think is going to work best there. Then we're reviewing the 4 stages of academic career planning. In that, you know, again, we're looking to plan now about what it's going to look like for high school. Slide 5 is really looking again at the key elements of ACP. The big piece here is that it's student driven and adult supported. We've got that creating the vision of success, self-exploration, clear exploration and development of career management and planning, but really hit the student-driven and adult-supported piece pretty hard because we want them to really understand that they are in the driver's seat of this and we're here to support them and help guide them. So then just remind them that the program of study includes the academic and the elective courses that are recommended to best prepare them for whatever they might be interested in, especially as it relates to pursuing post-secondary education, and that today we're just really looking at the different programs of study and things that might be out there. We're not actually locking anything into place today. So they're going to log into Career Cruising, they go to the Assessments tab, and then they're going to their most recent results under the best match for their Matchmaker results. So they're looking for the best match one. And then they can look at their career cluster recommendations. They might want to just jot those down. If you have some post-it notes, that might make it a little bit easier for them because they'll need that when they go back to look for the program of study. Because then they're going to click on the Careers tab at the top, and then they'll want to select one of the 16 career clusters that was one of their recommended ones. So if they can remember it, fine. If not, they can toggle back and forth, or if you have, like I said, that post-it note, that would be helpful for them. And then they'll click on one that was a potential match, and then they can just click on the Program of Study tab. And it's really nice because slide 12 has a snapshot that shows them the different recommended courses that they can take each year of high school. So then we're just going to let them explore and kind of look at the different programs of study for the different clusters that they might be matched with. And then at the end, just let them know that the next lesson we're going to be looking at planning our courses for high school, because course selection time is actually coming up. It's sooner than we think. It's that time of year. So let's go ahead and look at the presentation. Again, just some intro pieces here. We've got those 3 questions that we can have students think about and share out, or just quietly reflect on. Again, you know your group the best. Going back over the 4 stages of ACP and really emphasizing that today we're starting to look at this plan piece. Again, focusing on the student-driven, adult-supported aspect of what we're doing today, but I'm just kind of talking about all of the different pieces of the ACP process. And then we're, again, just reminding them what the program of study is here. So they're going to log into Career Cruising, click on the assessments, and then the best match piece is right under here. So they're going to want to look at whatever was their best match to get us to this next piece. Once they're there, there's this career cluster recommendation piece. So again, they can see the clusters that were recommended for them. So if they just make note of those, so that when they go through and search because they're going to be clicking on the Careers tab up at the top and then going to the 16 career clusters and then digging into one of the ones that was identified for them, because once they do that, they've got the cluster overview, but we want to go to the programs of study section because that gives us our overview that really talks about what classes we should be taking or they recommend taking at the different grade levels as we get into high school. So give them some time to kind of explore that and see what it's going to look like as they get through high school, what kind of courses are recommended and what they should be thinking about as they move forward, especially as they're thinking about different clusters and what the requirements or the recommendations would be for those different clusters. So that's about it for this lesson. If you have any question, as always, feel free to reach out to any of our Building ACP members.